What the adults don't tell us about adulthood. When I was a kid, I thought the adult me would figure it out. I thought everything will be fine, life will be great. Then, when I finished school and started to work, I learned that the adult world is not as kind as I thought it would be. In school, when we receive a bad score, we can just redo the exam, we can just redo the test. And when we don't know what to do, our teachers and parents are always there to support us. And when we need help with our homework, we can just go to our friend's house and do it together. In the real life scenario, in the adult world, there's no grade and rankings, so there are no way to redo the exam. There are no way to know if we are doing good or bad in life. We also started to realize that our parents and teachers are just as lost as we are in life. And obviously, we can't ask our friends to do our job. So we have to be responsible for our own actions and decisions. And because when we mess up, we are the one who has to clean up that mess. And I think that's why I think it's okay to feel lost in life. It's okay to not know where to go or what to do in your life. It's normal if you feel stuck. It's normal if you feel like your life is not as interesting as you thought it would be. Because nobody knows what they are doing in life. And we are all just living while we are trying to figure it out. And when we see someone who knows what they are doing, maybe they just figure it out earlier than us. Maybe we'll do it later. We'll figure it out later, but we will. So in the end, there is no winning and losing in life. There's no rank, there's no grades, there's nothing that can say that you're living your life in a good or in a bad way. That's all up to you. So I think the only thing that's important for us is to enjoy the ride. Because one day, when we're older, we will look back and see that things did not happen to us. Things happened for us. I hope you find this insightful. And remember, it's not going to be easy, but it's not impossible.